Hey saber fans, have you seen a bunch of cheap lightsabers on AliExpress and wondered, is that legit? Well, I felt the exact same way. But I decided to take a risk and order my first lightsaber from AliExpress. And to my surprise, I got a shipping notification the same day. Well, it's arrived and here it is. Join me as I open it up and see for the first time how legit this lightsaber really is. I'm graypaladin, and welcome to my saberhood.
It's a beautiful day in the saberhood, a beautiful day for a saber.
Well, now that I know that it wasn't a scam and I actually got my saber, I'm interested to see how this is going to look and how it's going to perform. It's supposed to be an RGB saber. It came from a store or shop called STK Saber. It doesn't really have a name, but it's a weathered hilt, and it's supposed to have silver or gray and gold. The box is pretty hefty. Got a bag of Allen wrenches and screws. This looks like a 32-inch blade. Charging cable, additional screws, and Allen wrench. Wow! It says, gift, may the force be with you. This looks like, wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 thumb screws. That is awesome. In various colors with different logos. Here's a blue one with the Imperial logo on it, Republic, the Jedi logo. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, Mandalorian logo, pretty cool. That's in gold, black, and blue. Awesome, that is a pretty sweet gift. By the way, this saber only cost $110 with shipping. So here's the instruction manual. I'll take a look at that later. Now let's get to what I'm really interested to see, and that is the hilt. Okay, so pretty sweet hilt. I mean, I like it. It's a pretty good hefty size. I did order a brown leather wrap, and hopefully that will arrive soon and go right around here. But yeah, I kind of like that weathered design there. Check that out. Yeah, it looks pretty sharp. And the hilt's much bigger than I was expecting. Windows all in the emitter, weathered up really well. Let's do a close-up, shall we? Now let's get up close and personal with this saber. Starting with the dimensions, it has a length of 12 3/4 inches. It has a diameter at the grip of the handle of the body of 1.3 inches. It has a blade depth of 2.5 inches and a resonance chamber for the speaker of 3.2 inches. The speaker is not very good, so this doesn't really help or matter much, and I'll show you that in a moment. It has a weight of 15 ounces. Now, to my surprise, it came with a blade plug. A really nice one too. It's about 2 ounces, so with it in the hilt, it comes to just over a pound in weight, and the bottom is solid too. So that was really nice that came with the saber as well. It has 3 retention screws along the claws, 1, 2, and 3. It came with 2 Allen wrenches, and one is smaller and one is bigger. The bigger would be to remove these screws here in your electronics core, and the smaller is for these screws in the emitter. So it doubles as a retention for the blade as well as securing these claws around the emitter. When they are loose, the claws might wiggle just a little bit, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Getting a nice close-up. There's that blade plug in there. 4 claws around the emitter. And I like how the claws separate this top ring of the emitter too. That's really cool. And then between each one you've got 2 little windows. Short ones at the top, long ones at the bottom. Now this weathering is I think pretty good. And it looks like it was kind of done by hand. It looks like it was almost painted first with the gold and then weathered with some sandpaper and a little bit of grinding. And I think it turned out pretty well, actually. It really has a kind of rustic and old look to it, especially when you look in close right here. Almost like it's been oxidized a little bit in the pommel as well. There's 3 parts. There's the emitter switch section, body, and then this small pommel. The threading is not the smoothest, as you can hear. You can see how old and rustic that looks. Kind of cool, actually. I like that. And then same thing here in the body. This is just a old classic smooth swing RGB board, and the speaker is not very good. It doesn't look like a bass speaker at all, and it doesn't, I doubt it has great sound quality. But the nice thing about this, you can always just undo these screws, take out the core, and upgrade it with something much nicer, with a better board, or more features. Now, something that I noticed at the bottom of the body, just above the pommel, there is a little hole here, and that would be if you want to insert or utilize a D-ring. So that's kind of nice to have right there. Right here in the body, you can see how the grip point is lowered a little bit from these flutes up here. So that makes for a nice grip, but this could really use a leather wrap. I saw a photo of a brown leather wrap on this and it looked really good. So I have a leather wrap coming that I'm going to put on here, and I can do an update video on that later, just so I'll show you how that looks. There's the switch section, which I think is weathered really well. The paint's really kind of worn off right there. And then again with the emitter, which I think is the coolest feature of this hilt. Really nice saber. I enjoy it. Let's power it up and see how it performs.
Now let's take a look at some of the features of this lightsaber. It is a baselit RGB, and it has an LGT type soundboard, which is a basic smooth swing, almost like an RGBX. There is no gesture control, and it's limited to just lockup, color change, as well as blaster block. And that's pretty much it. There's no blade styles, there's no force effects, there's no music. So it's very, very simple, very, very basic. So to wake this up from deep sleep, just press and hold for a few seconds. Now you see I have a blue illuminated AV switch. One tap will activate the saber. The speaker leaves much to be desired. It's not very loud and doesn't have much bass in it at all. There are no accent swings. Like I said, it's just your basic RGBX type core. But the smooth swing is very responsive. It does have flash on clash, but it takes a strong impact to activate it. And then one tap for blaster deflection. And then for lockup, press and hold for 1 second, release, and then tap again. To disengage, just tap once again. For color change, you can either press and hold for 2 seconds and then with each tap slowly decide which color you want, or press and hold for 3 seconds and it will go through all of its colors automatically. So this is the 2-second blink, so now I'm on blue and I can just keep pressing for all my additional colors. And back to red. Once you get to the color that you like, press and hold for 1 second, and then tap again, and you are locked in. To power down, press and hold for 4 seconds, or just wait until it powers down. To change fonts, which I believe there are 11 on here, you want to press and hold for 2 seconds and release, and it should cycle to the next font. So this is a Ray sound font. Press and hold 2 seconds, cycles to the next font. Now if I want to do the color change automatically, just press and hold for 3 seconds and release. And then it will slowly cycle through all of the colors. Once you get to a color that you like, just tap the AV switch again. And now that color's locked in. And then to put it into deep sleep, just press and hold for 8 seconds, and then you will see the AV switch light turn off. And there it is off, and now it's in deep sleep, and you tap, nothing will happen. So those are all the basic features of this saber. What are my thoughts on this lightsaber? So I think for the price, if you get it empty, it's only $66. If you get the core, and with the shipping, it's going to be $110. So is it a good deal? Yeah, I think so. But your best bet may be, if you really like the hilt, go for it empty, save some money there, and then use one of your own cores if you have one, or purchase another core of higher quality, pop it in here, and now you have a really good, nice hilt with good electronics to go with it. And it's nice to know that I didn't get scammed or cheated on AliExpress, which now means that I can probably trust to order from some of the other shops and stores. But be sure to check the reviews just to make sure that you are getting the right merchandise from a quality vendor. So I hope this video was helpful to you. There's a link in the description down below of this exact hilt if you're interested in it. If you liked this video, please go ahead and give it a like or a thumbs up there. And of course, join my Saberhood by subscribing to the channel and then click the bell. That way you can be updated with all of my future content of reviews, cosplay, and demos, live streams, all of it. Thank you very much for watching, and may the Force be with you.
Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my saber?